What is up, guys, and welcome to a complete beginner's guide to Realm Royale. Whether this is your first time jumping into the game, or you've been playing the game for a while and just need some tips on how to finally get that win, you'll definitely want to stick around to the very end to get all of the information you're going to need to finally get that win, whether it's in solos, duos, or squads. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. First up, we need to cover the importance of the minimap. You know, that little thing up in the right hand corner of the screen that gives you all the information you are going to need before you even jump off the airship. You can enlarge it by pressing the tab key on the PC or the info or select button on the Xbox or PS4. It'll enlarge it and will allow you to place a marker anywhere you want. This is huge when playing duos or squads to let your teammates know where you want to go and where you want to land after diving off the airship. Now that we got the minimap out of the way and the markers covered, you need to dive off the airship and proceed to your marked area. To do so, position yourself towards the marker and look up to travel a far distance. This will help you get off the airship first and allow you to dive farther. When first playing the game, it may come in handy to land on the outskirts of the map and get to know your surroundings. The middle areas of the map usually are pretty congested and can get a new person killed off quick in a match. Once landed, be sure to loot as much as possible and disenchant anything you don't need. You must never forget to disenchant because it will aid you when forging. Don't worry, more in forging soon. So now that you've looted a few things, you probably have seen a difference in colors for the items and weapons. Gray is common, green is rare, purple is epic, and yellow is legendary. But just because an item is legendary doesn't mean it's the greatest thing in the world. You'll decide for yourself which items suit you more as you play. Since you've been on the ground for a little bit and you've looked at the minimap a few times, you've probably seen this huge white circle on that minimap. If you're inside it, you're safe for the time being. If you're on the outside, you may have to kind of watch the time a little bit. Up in the right hand corner, right under the minimap, you'll see set amount of time. If it's in yellow, that means that's the amount of time before the fog converges, and you need to get your butt over to the inside of the circle. When it's in red, that means the fog is converging on you right now. You really need to get your butt on the inside of that circle before it comes and gets you. Trust me, the fog is not your friend and can really turn the tide on a battle when you're in a firefight. Now that you've disenchanted a bunch of stuff, you should have enough shards to go ahead and forge something. To find a forge, all you need to do is look for a big old yellow anvil on the map. On your way to a forge, be wary of your surroundings and constantly listen to all the noises. I have found it best to get off your mount before getting near a bunch of houses or a forge to cancel out any unnecessary noises to give your position away. Run around a bit and listen for others, because if you get the jump on them first, you have the upper hand. On your way to a forge, make sure to look up at the stacks to see if it's in use. This is huge and can totally save you from running into an ambush early on. Once in that forge, make sure to create a weapon first if you haven't found an epic one yet, and then everything and anything you can afterwards. When at a forge, you should note that you can only craft one thing of each. After that, you must move on to another forge to create more weapons and items and abilities. It would also be in your favor to forge early to get the better weapons and abilities before someone else does. Okay, now that we've come across many items and weapons and have forged a few things, you may have come across some runes. Don't ever underestimate runes, because they can help you out big time in a firefight. With runes that give you better mount speeds, 50% faster reload times, and 20 armor per second, they can really be detrimental to your enemies. On your travels going around the map and going to the forges, you may have heard some weird noises coming from around you. If you follow those noises, they kind of sound like an old woman laughing. If you follow it, you'll be able to discover a goblin. Goblins are a great way to get new weapons and better weapons at the price of letting everyone know where you're at. I say this because to get the weapons from the goblins, you must kill them off. While doing so, you're letting everyone around you know exactly where you're at. But goblins can be holding some really nice loot. You may have also seen some weird golden chests on the map, and if you look in the distance, they also have some yellow markers. If you follow those markers, you'll be able to find a chest and open it up to come across some pretty nice loot as well, at the expense of letting everyone around you know that you've been there after they see that chest disappear. Alright, so we're getting right down into the nitty gritty. Now, if you are ever unfortunate enough to lose all of your health in a firefight, you will turn into a chicken. While a chicken, you have a set amount of time before turning back into your former self to fight back. If your enemy kills you off before then, it's game over. To help keep yourself alive as a chicken, be sure to zigzag all over the place instead of waddling away in a straight line. This is never a good thing. Also, if you're chickened up close to an enemy, get all up in their face. No, like seriously, just run up at them like you're attacking them as a real life chicken. It will surely confuse them, and you might get a chance to live another day. One last thing to mention about the chickens is that everyone only gets 3 chickens. So if you've chickened someone 3 times and still fail to kill them off in that form, then the 4th time they will just blow up. A last bit that no one told me that you'll love to know is that when your teammates in a squad have all died off, you have a chance to resurrect them at a forge. You get the ability to do this, but you don't just get to resurrect one at a time. When you resurrect someone, you resurrect the entire squad that has died off. This is something that I was very confused of at the beginning that was not told to me, so you'll definitely like to know this when your teams have fallen and you want to bring them back. But alright guys, those are all the tips and tricks I have for you today. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. If it's going to help you out in the long run, I really hope it does. I hope it gets you your first win, whether it be in solos, duos, or squads. And I hope to see you guys in my next live streams or my next videos coming up. Thank you again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.